Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Uju TV. But before we begin, let this quote guide your reflection today. Calling divine justice is choosing peace over revenge and trusting God to handle it. Calling justice is not revenge, it is wisdom. Knowing when to step back and allow higher authority to intervene. When your light triggers, it exposes what they refuse to heal. And instead of going inwards, they attack outwards with gossips, lies, manipulation, and sometimes even spiritual interference. Not because you are wrong, but because the truth unsettles what is built on illusion. But calling justice means you have refused to dirty your hand, fighting darkness with darkness. So you don't curse, you don't wish harm, you don't retaliate, you just simply just send the situation back to God, asking that truth responds where you no longer need to speak. But remember that divine justice don't destroy. It only corrects what needs to be corrected. Most times when people feel, so many empaths, very good people, they feel that calling divine justice is wrong. But there's nothing wrong with calling divine justice. In fact, because you are a good person and you are working in purpose, you're standing in a place that allows you to call justice in some situations. Because sometimes the universe allows some certain things to happen in your energy, so you can call justice. So you can call justice because when you speak, heaven listens. Because you have relationship with God, you have communication with your angels and the spirits that guide you, so they listen. So some of those things will be allowed to happen in your energy so that you can call justice and give it to them so that they will remember. The universe co-creates with us. You will make the first step. There are some people that probably, let's assume the person have been doing the same thing too, right? But they are not standing in a place where they can call justice because they've not found themselves yet. They don't have relationship with their God and all of that. So even if they say anything, it won't happen. And the person knows. But when they come in contact with you, sometimes the universe will consciously bring them in your path because it is time for them to be corrected. Then it brings them in the path of somebody that listens to God, and God listens to them too. And they have a relationship with God. So when situations like that come, call justice, because that is what you're supposed to do. If you're not calling justice, you're not helping. Because you're allowing that person to still perpetuate that evil to every other person. But they came to you so that you call justice on it, so that heavens can stand and correct and discipline the person. So there is nothing wrong in calling justice when it is necessary. But remember, he that goes to equity must go with clean hands. You don't call justice because you are angry. No. You call justice because it is necessary. Because it is important. Because this person has to be stopped. That is why you call justice. That is when heaven listens. And when you begin to walk in purpose, you don't just randomly call justice. No. Because you understand that God listens to you. And you are careful what you do because you are a conscious being. And you know the rules and regulations. So you don't just call justice because you feel angry or because somebody have done one petty thing or something like that. You can just remove yourself from there. That is enough justice, because when you remove your energy from them, the glory and the love and whatever that comes with you lives with you. And they are stranded because they don't understand it. That is enough justice. But when you come in contact with some certain kind of people, you will know when you meet them that they actually need to be stopped. You call justice on them. Because that is why they came to you. Your path crossed so that you will call justice. So do it. So that you can help them and help other people that they would have perpetrated that evil to if you had not called that justice on them. There is nothing wrong with it. It is part of who you are as a child of God that have remembered who they are. That is complete, even in their light and darkness. at the same time, that have balance. So you understand when to stop somebody. And you understand when to walk away. Stop running away from calling justice when it is necessary. But always remember that you don't just do it because you feel like it. No. You do it because it is necessary. Because when you walk in purpose and you decide to call justice or judgment on a situation, questions will be asked. Yes, you are listening to yourself. You hear you speak. You hear yourself. And because the person you are calling judgment on also have their own spirit. Remember, we are all spirits living human experience. We are all version of God trying to understand who we are. So they have their own team. So questions will be asked. Why? You understand? And because of your level of consciousness, you understand. Don't you ever, when you are calling judgment, put you first. No, don't. Because you know you are already protected. By all means, at all costs, because you are working in purpose. Nothing can harm you, and you know it. Always base your judgment calling on other people that have not found themselves yet. That this particular person perpetrates this evil on. Because if they can do that to you, just imagine what they will do with people that are still in their zombie mood, that have not. Just imagine what they will do with the people that have not found themselves yet. People that are still trying to figure it out. If they can do that to you. So base your judgment on that. Base the calling of your judgment on that so that heaven can respond. So today I want you to understand that judgment brings balance without you disturbing yourself or your peace being disturbed. So allow the higher power to take over. Because what you're saying is, I trust higher wisdom more than I trust my emotion. That's what you're saying when you call justice, right? You're not going to retaliate by yourself. You just allow God to do what only God knows how to do. Affirmation for today. I affirm that I do not need to fight those who are triggered by my light. I release every attack, spoken and unseen, into the hands of divine intelligence. I trust God, my angels, and the higher law to respond with truth, correction, and balance. I choose to remain clean in heart and intention. I do not absorb the projection and envy directed towards me. I allow divine justice to teach and awaken where human understanding fails, knowing that what is guided by God cannot be destroyed by darkness. Thank you for joining me once again. And until next time on Uju TV, not every battle is meant to fight with words.